Hello friends, today I am taking a new subject, land law and other local laws first of LLB, important questions and answers under UP Revenue Code 2006. So friends, I have selected some questions which are generally asked in the university exams and they are very important. I have described them very shortly. You can elaborate them afterwards. Now, let us start with the first question. Question 1. Explain powers of Gram Sabha under the UP Revenue Code 2006. The answer will be under the UP Revenue Code 2006, the Gram Sabha has the power to manage, preserve, and control village lands and public properties vested in it by the state government, including cultivable lands, ponds, roads, and graveyards. Its land management committee handles land allotment, eviction of unauthorized occupants, and protection of village resources, subject to government orders and legal provisions. Sections 59, 60, and 122A UP Jamindari Act. Now I am defining section 59, 60, and 122A. Section 59. The state government may vest in Gram Sabha or other local authority the superintendence, management and control of any land, water or other property vested in the government by notification. Section 60. The Bhumi Prabandhak Samiti constituted by Gram Sabha shall exercise powers of management and control over the land and properties vested in the Gram Sabha. Now section 122A, eviction of unauthorized occupants and protection of land. The Gram Sabha or its constituted committee may evict unauthorized occupants from land vested in the Gram Sabha and take measures for protection and management. Question number 2. State the cases in which appeal cannot be made under the UP Revenue Code 2006. The answer will be, according to section 209 of the UP Revenue Code, no appeal shall lie against the following orders or decrees. They are orders made under chapter 5 of the code, orders granting or rejecting application for condolation of delay under section 5 of the Limitation Act 1963, orders rejecting application for review, and orders granting or rejecting application for stay, orders remanding the case to any subordinate court, and lastly, orders or decrees of an interim nature. Thus, appeals cannot be filed against these specified orders under the UP Revenue Code 2006. Now, I am taking the third question. Define Bhumidhar with transferable rights and non-transferable rights with the relevant sections of the UP Revenue Code. Bhumidhar with transferable right comes under section 75 of UP Revenue Code is a superior tenure holder whose rights are permanent, heritable and transferable. Can such land can be sold, gifted, leased or exchanged in accordance with the code. Now, Bhumidhar with non-transferable rights comes under section 76, has permanent and heritable rights but cannot transfer land. Their status is above an Assami tenant but below a Bhumidhar with transferable rights. Now question 4. Which tenure holders are capable of surrender? How is surrender different from abandonment? Now, under the UP Revenue Code, only those tenure holders who hold land as Bhumidhar with non-transferable rights or SME can surrender their holdings to the state or the landowner. Section 118, surrender by Bhumidhar with non-transferable rights as voluntary act of surrendering whole or part of the land. Now, Section 119, surrender by Assami tenant, voluntary surrender of the whole holding only. They must give notice to the landholder and deliver possession. Surrender and abandonment differ primarily in voluntariness and procedure under the UP Revenue Code 2006. Section 120. Effect of surrender is given up. Effect of surrender. Extrinsic rights from the data position is given up. Section 122. Abandonment by Bhumidhar. Involuntary declaration when land is uncultivated, revenue unpaid for 3 years, and whereabouts about him is unknown. Section 123. Consequences of abandonment. Rights extinguished after official declaration and land vested with state government. Now, the difference between surrender and abandonment. Surrender is a voluntary act where a Bhumidhar with non-transferable rights or Asami relinquishes land rights by application and possession delivery as per section stated above, section 118, 119 and 120. Abandonment is involuntary, declared by authorities when a Bhumidhar with non-transferable right neglects land, does not pay revenue for 3 years, and is absent. It comes under section 122, 123 defined earlier. Surrender extinguishes rights immediately, but abandonment leads to rights ceasing post-official declaration. So this is the difference between surrender and abandonment. Now coming to question 5. Explain the procedure of partition of holding under the UP Revenue Code. The answer is under the UP Revenue Code 2006, particularly under section 16, the division of or partition of land holdings is a structured legal process primarily aimed at joint family or co-owned agricultural land. This section provides the framework for submitting suits for division of holdings, specifying the procedure to be followed by revenue officers like the subdivisional magistrate (SDM). Primacy is given to family settlements that have been acted upon by the parties, and the revenue authority recognizes such agreements unless they are disputed. The process involves demarcation of respective shares by the lakefall under the supervision of the SDM, ensuring equitable division among all parties in possession. Registration and stamp duty for partition deeds in Uttar Pradesh have been capped at a nominal fee to encourage formalization and reduce litigations. This legal framework balances family harmony with clear demarcation of property rights, making the partition process transparent and legally enforceable under UP law. So this is about procedure of partition of holdings under UP Revenue Code 2006. Now question 6. What is the role of Gram Panchayat in managing Gaon Sabha land? Under section 59, 60 and 62 of UP Revenue Code, Gaon Sabha land is managed by the Gram Panchayat through the Land Management Committee. It oversees use, protection, leasing and prevention of encroachments on community land. Unauthorized occupation can be reported to the Tahsildar for action under section 67(2). The Panchayat may allot land for public purposes like ponds, pathways, cremation grounds and community buildings. The system ensures local participation in safeguarding village resources. Question 7. What is ejectment under UP Revenue Code? Right grounds for ejectment of a Asami. What are the remedies available for wrongful ejectment? Now, under the UP Revenue Code, ejectment means the removal of a person from agricultural land through a lawful order of a competent revenue court. It applies to unauthorized occupants, defaulting tenure holders, or persons violating provisions of the code. Provisions relating to ejectment are mainly found in section 132, 137. Now, grounds for ejectment of an Asami. An Asami may be ejected on the following grounds. Arrears of rent without sufficient cause, Section 131. Use of land for non-agricultural purpose without permission. Violation of conditions of lease. Unauthorized occupation after expiry or cancellation of lease. Material damage or deterioration of land. Refusal to give possession after lease termination. So these six are the grounds for ejection. Now, remedies for wrongful ejectment. If an Asami is wrongfully ejected, then he may file a suit for restoration of possession under Section 137 before the Revenue Court. Second, he may seek compensation for loss and damage caused by illegal ejectment. He may also apply for injunction to prevent further interference in possession. So this is all about the very important questions generally asked in the university exams from land law and other local law. Thanks for watching this video. Please do subscribe.